filming this, New South Wales is currently in lockdown, the whole state. A week ago, only parts of the state were in lockdown. We hunted around to try and get some work. Kaz has found a job nursing down on the Murray River, still in New South Wales. So the plan was to head down there. She could do some work and I was going to make some lures. Since then, the lockdowns have come in right across the state now. However, being a nurse, she's an essential worker. So we've had some documentation put together by Health New South Wales and COVID hotline. We've had a few tests done to make sure we're all clear. And we're now working our way down to the Murray River where she's going to be working in the hospital there. This is our first stop, Safala, camped down on the river here. It's just too far to drive in one go for us, so it'll take us a few days to get there. So you've probably been wondering where we've been. No videos for over 3 months. We've just been lazy, to be honest. And we haven't been travelling a whole bunch, so I'll fill you in on what we have been doing. Currently in a caravan park. We're not paying for it, which is nice. It's Token Wall down on the Murray River, but now is about 4 months from when we last filmed, so I need to fill you in on that gap. So the last video we put out, we were at Cranky Rock up near Inverell. We stopped filming, it's as simple as that. We left Cranky Rock and went to Copeton Dam for a fishing competition. We had such a great time catching up with old mates and meeting new faces that we just didn't film. We had a great time there, great weather, bit of wind, bit of rain, but overall great weather. And after there we headed back to the Hunter Valley to catch up with family and do a whole bunch of mods to Archie. While we were back in the Hunter Valley, we built this bike rack and fitted this jerry can holder on the back here. The bike was previously in the boat, but we sold the boat while we were back there because we want to travel for a little while without a boat. But ultimately we want to get a boat that can go out reef running and island hopping. So little 4 metre boat's gone, bike needed somewhere to be, so it's on the back of the truck. The mountain bike was up on the roof rack, which was far from ideal. Pulled apart, it was an effort to get it down. So when we built the habitat, we left quite a large gap in between the habitat and the cab. So that's where the mountain bike lives now. It's far easier to get it in and out. There's far less assembly required. So up on the roof rack now, we have our yabby traps in a canvas bag made by Smithy Canvas. One of the biggest mods we've done to the truck when we were back in the Hunter Valley was we did car builders in the whole cabin of the truck. We wish we did this 2 years ago when we bought the truck. It's one of the best mods you could possibly do to one of these trucks. It's transformed the ride in the cabin. The sound was just, we didn't notice how overbearing the sound was, but it made you tired, where now you can drive for a lot longer without feeling worn out. Highly recommend car builders, it's well worth the money. Another major thing we did was we upgraded the solar system on the truck. There was no issues with the solar, it ran faultlessly for over 12 months. We never had a flat battery, but we wanted redundancy, so we fitted a second MMPP and DC to DC and a drive charger, second 40 amp one, and a second array of solar panels. So now we have over 1,000 watts of solar, and we have 2 chargers. So if one charger was to fail, we've got the redundancy of the other system. That was well worth the money, and now on an overcast day, in the rain and all, we're fully charged by about 10 in the morning. We have so much power to spare, we don't even have to consider our power options anymore. It's fantastic. So at the time of leaving the Hunter Valley, we were heading down here to the Murray for Kaz to do a month of nursing. During our travel, the state went into lockdown. We got passes that we needed to get to come down here as an essential worker. We come down here to do a month of work and hope that the state would be open and hope that borders might be open. That wasn't the case. We continued on for another month as Kaz got a contract extended. today is her last day at work, and we're going to start travelling again now, which is quite exciting, and her not working, which is very exciting for her. So we're going to pack up from here tomorrow morning and start heading off. We're not exactly sure where yet. We're still stuck within New South Wales. Our aim is to get into South Australia or Queensland, because we want to essentially get over to the west coast. So yeah, we'll just do a bit more travel in New South Wales for the time being. I might try and pick up some work as well, and may as well make the most of being stuck here and save a few more coins up for this new boat. Whilst we've been here for 2 months, Kaz has been working full time. I definitely haven't been sitting around doing nothing. I had quite a long list of jobs to do on the truck, and I got all of those jobs done minus one, which is just a bit weather dependent. We need a good week of dry weather for me to achieve that. Also did a full service on the truck, changed all the oils, and I've been making a hell of a lot of fishing lures. Some of you may already know that I make fishing lures while we're travelling and sell them via Instagram. So here has presented me with a really good opportunity to make a lot of baits. So I've been making and selling fishing lures. My hopes is that is enough to cover insurance, registration, diesel, stuff like that with the truck. And then if I can really pull my finger out and make a few more, maybe put a bit extra money away for the boat with that too. It's something I thoroughly enjoy outside of the money, and I love fishing with my own lures. So you'll probably see them in the future as we begin to fish again.